Hi everyone, Adrian here. Welcome to Wild Bush and Grit. If this is your first time to my channel, well, welcome. Today, very quickly, I just want to go over my process of making 9.3 by 57. The main reason you're probably here is because you either been gifted a 9.3 by 57, you find an old rifle, Swedish mauser probably, and you're wondering, can I reload for this rifle? If I buy it, will I be able to shoot it? Yep, of course. So the good thing about that cartridges is you can create cases from multiple, from many cartridges. Okay, you can use the 30-06 cases or 270 cases, 25-06 cases, 8mm Mauser. This is what I'm going to use here because I think it's the easiest one because you only need to size up the neck. Here, the 8mm Mauser, this is what I'm going to use because it has the perfect length. The shoulder is, the actual shoulder where it starts on the case is also at the right place. So really, the only thing we need to do is size up. How we size up? Very easy. You need a set of die from here, those, whatever the brand. Here I'm just using Hornady. Okay, so this is just simple Hornady size and die. The two other things you will need are a grinder and a circular saw. No, I'm kidding, you don't need that. Alright, so for lubing I'm using the Imperial lube. Just a tiny drop on my finger here, okay. I'm gonna rub it between my thumb and index, and I'm gonna put some on the body, okay. And while I'm doing the neck, I make sure to never touch the shoulder, okay. It's a good habit. Actually, it has nothing to do with reforming the brass. It's just good practice to never put oil or lube, which I should say, on the neck, because if you get lubricant on the shoulder, you might get some dimple, and you will not have like a proper brass. So that's it. Now we're ready to reform. What I like to do is I like to start engaging the die, okay, and back off a little. See, actually it has started to enlarge. Well, let's, and then I go in, out, in, out, in, out. The thing is, I don't want to give too much resistance, otherwise it might crush the case. At some point it will just go in, and now you go full all the way to the end, according of course that your die was properly set. And now you have a brand new 9.3 by 57. Let's do it again, but I'll shut up this time so you'll see you actually have a good feel of the flow. And it's perfect, perfect. And voila, I made 4 while making this video, and here they are. The other thing you need to check out is actually inside the chamber. So first thing you need to do is remove the firing pin, open the bolt, remove it, and screw. And now I can put this back. Okay. So I remove the firing pin and the spring, and what we need to check now if we have proper headspace. What we need to check here is if the shoulder still makes contact in the chamber to make sure that the brass is actually well held inside the chamber, because you don't want a case that is loose in the chamber. And the way to check that, you need to push the case in the chamber and you close the bolt. And what you want at this point, you want just a little bit of tension, okay? You don't want the bolt to just like fall off. And the way you can double check that is no case right now in the chamber, and look how easy it's closed and open. You don't want that, okay? If it's as easy as this when you have a brass in the chamber, it means that your die was setting too low and you actually push the shoulder back way too much. All right, what you want is you want the headspace to be a bit like tight. I can't do it with one finger, but it's definitely, it requires a little bit more force than without, right? You see this? All right. And that's important, okay? Especially when you're fireforming. And when you fireform, the brass will expand and really get the exact shape of your chamber. So now you resize the brass. You load it normally like you would do any other caliber. The rest is pretty common. One thing though I will do for the powder charge is I will not load, of course, the maximum. I will actually reduce for it. Go really start at the minimum. When you're ready to reload a second time, you can anneal those cases if you're annealing, and you can bump the shoulder back 2,000s, 1,000s on average. And then you can, start developing your loads and increasing the power until you reach maximum. When you start seeing pressure signs, then, you stop, you back off, and then, I usually find a nice accuracy node before getting, into the high pressure signs. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have you tried welding 9.3 by 57? Please do share your process. If you're using different cartridges, I'd like to know. To me, the easiest way is definitely the 8mm mauser, but if you're not a subscriber yet, please join the fun. What are you waiting for? See you folks. Bye-bye.